What's up, guys?
What's going on?
Got a little nerd bite going on, huh?
Nerd bite. Let's bite that nerd, man. Let's get a little bit. Let's get a little
Hungry?
nibble.
You hungry?
Let's get a little
Get a
something.
little snack?
Nerd bite is what we're gonna do is bring content, more deeper conversations into topics that we've already discussed, but maybe like the part 2 of that conversation. I think we want to do I think the Batman we want to talk about.
Yeah,
a
I
little
just
bit
want
more.
to refresh on that because it was so good, and it's on HBO Max. And
And we was available to watch it again at home, comfortable, not in the blazing saddles of the heat that we were in.
That was pretty bad.
We went to a theater, and let's just say it was the most. If we didn't want to see that movie that bad, we probably would have left. If it had been a worser movie,
yeah.
I would have walked out.
Let's put it this way. It's like you watch Batman in a sauna. We see how hot it is in his suit in that theater.
Oh, it was worth it. But this is Nerd Bite. We're going to do the Batman. We're going to go ahead and get into it. Go ahead, Casey. You're watching it the second time. How did you feel? Did you still like it? Did you still want to see it? Did you still interested in it?
I liked it even better.
Did you know?
Yeah, at home.
Okay. Unpack that.
So, unpacking it, showing you what's going on. I think that it flowed better at my house than it did in the movie theater. I don't know if it was because of the conditions or what, but everybody had their part played. I thought it was really nice. I like Pattinson as Batman.
Yeah.
I really do. I was very undecided, but I had faith in him, and I think that he delivered. And all the villains were on point. The movie flowed very well. There was only a couple moments where it was kind of dull.
Well, what was a couple moments that were dull? This is the whole point of Nerd Bite.
Well, like
we want the deep dive. We want what you didn't like about it. That's what I want.
Okay, so I thought it was kind of cliche, him moving the table back and then drawing the stuff out on the floor. I think I could have did without that.
Okay.
I also think I could have did without some of the filler. I like the story with Catwoman and her father, but I felt like it could have been fleshed out a little bit better. I don't know. It's just a small gripe. It probably couldn't have been.
Well, I think they wanted to have that disconnect because I think he wanted, like, he wasn't even aware that she was his daughter. He didn't even care. He was more interested to her when he thought had potential of being with her. Then when he found out that he was his daughter, he was kind of like, oh, okay.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
What do you want?
Yeah. What can I do for you today? Just because
Yeah. Okay. You're my daughter now.
Courtesy.
Yeah. His whole mood changed when it was exposed that this is one of my kids. Oh, okay.
And I will go back to the original statement. If you go back and watch our prior video with the Batman review that we did, I still saw that Green Lantern symbol on the wall, which I still think is really cool. Get a chance.
I didn't even look for it this time.
This time, go back, watch it. You'll see it. Bruce is in there talking to her father. I can't remember his name. Eludes me right now. But anyway.
Falcone?
Yeah. She's in there talking to him. Or he's in there talking to him. And you get to see, he walks in past this big wall. It's white. And there's a big circle. And you got two lines. One at the top, one at the bottom. Looks just like a Green Lantern symbol. I just think it's an Easter egg. But.
So, end of the day, are you still keeping your review? And I'm not asking you to remember your review, but did you want to change your review? You want to keep it the same, or you want to change it?
I don't know. Keep it the same because I'm still excited. I'm still happy about it. I thought it was a great movie. I thought they did what they needed to do with the movie.
Okay.
I thought he was gritty, and I think he started to grow. So it's the first time I saw real personal growth in a Batman in a movie. Because when's the last time you've ever seen Batman walk out in the middle of a day with a victim? And he's holding her, and there's new cameras everywhere.
Definitely the significant change of vigilantism to hero.
Yep.
So definitely they did capture that very well.
Absolutely.
I mean, because we would never really have seen Batman deal with like a natural disaster or where people need
different times.
And you think he would have the resources? The dude's a billionaire,
right?
You know, he didn't have his planes. I know he had a struggle. It's like the starting off, so it was a struggle for him.
It looks like he's struggling with being Bruce Wayne too, as far as with the company, because he's ignoring all his responsibilities.
I mean, he's not even doing anything as Bruce Wayne.
Right.
He's not. He hasn't been to the Wayne Industries at all. The thing is that I thought was really interesting is that he's 30.
Yeah.
Doing this.
Yeah.
So this is his second year.
Yeah.
And he's 30. I'm like, dang. This is a late Batman.
He's starting off late, right?
Yeah,
like he's not a 19-year-old Batman.
Yeah, I know that Batman. He leaves from Bruce Wayne leaves at a young age, at his youth, and then he comes back. 12, 10 years later. I'm always thinking that Batman would be 24, 25 for me.
Mid-20s.
Yeah, mid-20s doing his vigilantism, being Batman, creating Batman. I just never imagined him being 30 or being this late in the game.
That's the thing, though. I think this Batman is completely different. Like I said, I think that you're seeing an inexperienced Batman coming into himself. Like, so I think he's going to learn that he can fight crime on multiple levels, such as Bruce Wayne fighting with the white collar crime. Then you got Batman, which is dirty, grimy Batman, and you got the detective portion of him turning into a detective, learning how to piece everything together. I think you're just going to see that in the next movie. Hopefully, that's what they flesh out.
I think they made it hard for themselves because this second one, I think it's going to get a lot of criticism.
You think so?
We want a lot of things. For me, I wouldn't mind seeing Batman version of when he goes undercover. I mean, I know that he was...
Oh, that old Matchbox Malone.
Yeah, I know he was incognito when he was changing. He took his costume on the fly, which is cool. He came in, as Bruce Wayne or a guy on a bike. But I'm looking to see like him do more undercover work. Yeah, I think that part of Batman that is really because he's actually a master of disguises.
Yeah,
and people don't know that.
I misspoke too. I think it's Patches Malone too.
Yeah, but I know the character you're talking about. I know that was something that they may not know, but I know exactly who you're talking about. I'm not going to change my review. I think it's going to keep it the same. Like I said, I don't like his little pea shooter grappling hooks. I don't think they're going to get you anywhere. I didn't like his glider, his ring, the whole little jump shoot, which is really, I was like, if you're going to do it, I mean, would you really kind of get the wings? But I always like the wings. I always like the Michael Keaton, the little, I always like that scene. So I would prefer that. But the movie was good. The bat shoot is cool, but I don't like him bullets bouncing off him like that. Him taking shotguns.
I think that's gonna get removed, man. I
just don't ever remember. Even Michael Keaton, when he got hit, he fell down.
Yeah,
he went down for a minute. He was knocked out, and then he'll pop back up, or he'll hit the gas, or electrocute him, whatever. I missed that part. I don't think that he should be able to just bounce the bullets. I don't think that. I mean,
I think he did that because he doesn't know if he's capable of dodging those bullets yet. Yeah. I think that in your second year, I think he's going to ditch that for mobility because if you notice, he wasn't as mobile as he usually should be.
I like that he by accidentally did I want the gas. Yeah. I want the stealth ninja Batman. And he did that. He hit that little bomb release timer on that, whatever, that hydraulic tank or whatever. And he went in there and did work on the little Riller's men, I guess we'll call them.
Yeah, the little henchman.
Yeah.
I always like it when you're right. When you see the smoke, you see a henchman, he's scared, taken out from the back. Or, there's a batarang coming up.
And I think his batarang needs to be smaller and more of that technique.
Yeah, this time he's kind of using it like a utility knife.
He's getting beat up. This particular Batman, I don't see him having a long superhero life. He's taking, regardless of not, he's taking damage. Yeah. I know that they had that scene when he took his shirt off, and I said, "No, you ain't gonna try to show your muscles because you ain't got no back like that." No, but it did show the damage that he's taking from his lights of being a vigilante.
I think you're gonna see a different Batman in the next movie. Hopefully, I mean, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with this one, but just to wrap it up for me, I think you're gonna see a better, more experienced Batman who's going to handle things a little bit differently, and I think the tone of the movie should stay the same. However, I do want growth.
I agree with everything you're saying. I want to say I think Jeffrey Wright doing Commissioner Gordon did a phenomenal job.
He did.
I really like the dynamic between them two. They really feel like some buddy cop moments there. Next villain that comes, Penguin set the bar. I think he did a good job. I think he played.
I would like to see him in the next movie as well.
I would. I think so. I think
a reoccurring villain.
Yeah, I think he played his part very well. Penguin's never really been a career hero. I mean, villain for Batman, but he is one of those iconic Batmans villains for Batman that is important to set that stuff.
They're always in the background, fronting money to something or doing something.
He is part of Gotham's underbelly of life.
Yeah.
So I think we'll just wrap that up with the Batman.
Yes, that sounds good. Let's move on.
If you guys have any comments or what did you guys think about the Batman? I think that I'm excited for the next one. Sorry, I'm excited. I want them to do Court of Owls. I think it's important for them to do a different story for number 2.
New take. I agree with you.
I think we don't need the same thing. Or Mr. Freeze. Them do Mr. Freeze.
Please, whatever you do, just leave the Joker out of it.
I'm not ready for a Joker yet. But Let's go ahead and go into Moonlight. Moonlight 5 or 6 came out.
I think it's 5.
I like the show. I think Oscar Isaac.
Yeah.
I think he's doing a phenomenal job with Mark and Steven. Two different personalities, same person, but two different personalities. I like Steven even more now. I honestly like Steven a little bit more. I thought Steven
was the victim the whole time.
Yes, I thought Steven was just, I don't know, he was different. He was, he couldn't fight. It's like, well, what's the point of you, Steve? But I see the point. Steven is very smart. He's intelligent with all the Egyptian history, Egyptian god knowledge. He has all that. But at the same time, I think he gives Mark that hero because I think Mark is a straight up brawler. He'll kill. I
think
he's a soldier, so he'll kill anybody trying to get at him.
Yeah.
And I think with them together, with Steven kind of, because he's a good person.
Yeah.
Steven is a good person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Mark is very sensitive. I think Steven actually balances him out. So if you think about this really quick, Mark.
Spoiler alert, because we might get into it. If you haven't seen episode 5, sorry, too bad.
I'll put it in the comments to make sure when you guys open up the video, so don't worry.
Go ahead.
But here's the deal. I think Steven is even though he's more sensitive in a way, outward, but inner, I think he's actually the strength of Mark.
Oh, well, that's the thing, though. Mark created him to deal with his mom.
Right. It's a tragic story for
Mark
Steven.
Checked out. Mark said, this is too much. Steven, I'm going to tag you in. And even everything that Steven went to and for him to gone through and taken the blunt of his mom's wrath.
Yeah.
And he's still, even though he's not successful, he's little doesn't have that confidence, he's still a good person at the end of the day.
I'm going to be honest with you. I didn't like Oscar Isaac as Apocalypse, and I didn't like him as Poe Dameron in the Star Wars. I just didn't like him. I didn't like the way he was acting, but I think it was the way the story was written, because in this one, he's got some good acting chops, and it's probably the only reason I'm still watching the show, because
he's got range. Because, honestly, they haven't really done too much action with the Moonlight itself. He's got range. For me, Oscar should get another shot with a different director at Apocalypse. Because for me, I know you don't like him as Apocalypse, but I think he should get a chance to read it. I think he could have did it. Apocalypse was such a great role. It's such a great character, and for them trying to fit that in that X-Men movie at the time, it's just
you got to build him up like you got to build up Thanos. You know how the Avengers built up Thanos?
Apocalypse is pretty much the first mutant.
Yeah.
You have to give that history.
We got to bring that back around.
But let's get back to Moonlight. You still watching, or are you?
I'm still watching.
You still watching?
I was.
So yay or nay?
It's a yay, but I got my trepidations about it. Every other episode or so, I'm like, why? It's a little too much for me.
I like that Marvel was kind of exploring the Egyptian history a little bit.
That's cool. I think
that's really dope.
If you notice, they were actually putting in all the gods, so you're going to end up getting.
I didn't see Bash though. I wanted to see.
So I think the one there's a god there that's kind of representing Wakanda in a way. And I can't remember the name, so I don't want to say it because I don't want to butcher it. But there's a lot of them that are. I think we're starting to go into the cosmos with stuff, and I think we're going to get gods. That's how you can get Galactus being brought in. I think this shows a guy's segue into that galactic spacefaring god thing that we're about to get from, because you got Gore the God Butcher coming in with Thor. So that's what I'm going with. Maybe.
So yay or nay, we still watching?
I'm a yay it. I'm gonna go ahead and still watch it. I'm watching, even though it's only 6 episodes. I think for the whole season. So it's almost done. We're almost there.
That's the thing about that'll probably be my only strife with Disney, is that why not just do it 10? 6. That's how I was with Captain America. I'm not Captain. Yeah, Winter Soldier and Falcon. Vision and WandaVision. It's just 6. Hawkeye. It's just 6 episodes. Nah, man, give us 10. Give us our extra 3 hours, man.
Yeah,
don't cut me short.
I agree.
I subscribe to this thing and get my money's worth.
Yeah, and Loki was the same. I was so happy with Loki.
Loki was a good show.
I love Loki, and then they just kind of left me on that cliffhanger, and who knows when it's coming back. I don't know. Anyway.
So we're both going to yay Moonlight. Yep. Again, we want this conversation to be, give us some in the comments. Tell us what you think. I know a lot of people are watching Moon Knight. So, what do you think about episode 5? Was it dope? Was it not? What you think about Steven and Mark?
Yeah, put it in there.
That hippo scene, man.
I know.
That was hilarious with the hip, the god or the I don't know. She's not a god, but she's like the.
She's like the
archangel.
Yeah.
Yeah. She delivers the souls. Yeah.
By the way, let me know if y'all also noticed a third personality, Mr. Jake Lockley. Because I did.
I didn't notice him yet.
Keep watching and watch it again, and you'll see that there's
we'll have
a
to
third.
do another episode because you're like
because at one point they're fighting on the roof. If you remember, they're fighting on a roof, and I say there because Mark and Steven were there, and then he wakes up again, and he's like, "What did you do, Mark?" And he's like, "What did you do, Steven? I wasn't me. This wasn't me."
Sure. So how many personalities does Mark have?
As far as I know, I'm only familiar with the 3. I know there's probably more, and actually in the comic books, Moon Knight's its own personality as well. So, and then you have Mr. Knight, which is its own personality. So that's 5.
But the way they made like Steven created Mr. Knight and Mark created
which is smart for good translation to the because the MCU follows its own rules. It does what it wants.
All right, Doctor Strange multiverse.
I'm getting scared because
yay or nay? Are we still wanting to see this?
Yay, but I'm getting scared.
I need a couple of things to happen.
What do you need?
I need some more magic out of Doctor Strange.
I see.
I feel like he's so limited. Like Green Lantern movie with Hal Jordan when on Ryan Reynolds. I feel like he was doing more.
That's pretty bad.
He was doing I felt like Green. I mean, I know it's 2 different genres, but they both use constructs to project their powers.
Right.
I feel like they were both limited on what they can do.
I get that, and but okay. So I watched over 2 days ago. I got to see a snippet with him fighting Gargantos, which is really actually Shumagorath. If you look at Shumagorath, that's who that looks like. They can't say it because I guess there's some copyright stuff going on with Shumagorath, but that's who that is. He's a many-angled one. He's super strong.
Okay.
Doctor Strange, if he actually were to come, if Shumagorath were to come into this universe, there'd be no way we could stop him. That's it. He'd be in trouble. But you see Doctor Strange fighting him in the middle of the street with America Chavez, and it's a good little fight scene, so it got me excited for it.
Okay.
But I'm really worried that I'm overexcited for the movie, and it's going to end up letting me down.
And that's the thing I don't want to do. I want to just watch it, just want to consume it, digest it. I don't want to have any type of ideas or that'll disappoint me in the movie.
Yeah.
If I have to kind of get the Spider-Man's not going to be in this movie out of my mind right now.
Yeah.
I don't see it happening.
I don't think so either.
I think it should. I think that this universe kind of connecting together.
Yeah.
I think that would be a good way because personally, Spider-Man No Way Home, it left a huge cliffhanger for me of like what's going to happen with him now. Of all that they went to, and the only reason I bring that into because Doctor Strange is the root cause.
He's heavily involved.
Yeah, so why not have him in this in his movie? Have him go back, maybe not as talking or but maybe like him there like when something going on, he's saving people. And he's like, oh, Spider-Man. He knows him, but I know he doesn't know him. Doctor Strange doesn't know who Spider-Man is.
Right.
Well, he knows Spider-Man, but he doesn't know he's Peter.
Correct. So he had it all wiped out, right?
Yeah, so I wouldn't mind seeing that dynamic, like how that's going to work on screen. Just give us a little glimpse of like, oh, it did. Just to see the root cause.
So you don't need him all the way through. Just
no, I definitely don't need him in, but I need a continuance of like what's going to happen. Because just jumping from if they just go into the next movie that they're going to do Spider-Man in, it's going to feel weird for me. Like, oh, okay, I'm not going to really feel that, no one really knew who he was. I mean, I know they're probably going to display it, give us an idea of it on the movie, but I think throughout the universe, that little bits of that needs to be presented.
Okay.
Because the whole thing, and my idea, this whole new phase, Spider-Man jumps off this whole multiverse thing. This is the root cause. Spider-Man, going to Doctor Strange doing the cantation or spell, and then now it's going to snowball into him having issues with what's going on in his world.
Right.
Why not incorporate Spider-Man into it as well? They're all in the same universe.
Well, all right, guys. I think that's going to do it for this episode.
Yes, sir, man. It's a great honor to be able to do a Cliq Nerd episode with my man KC over here.
That's right, UA. Pleasure's the same right here, buddy. I appreciate you, man. Look, Guys, we thank you for watching, man. We appreciate y'all, man.
Appreciate
Thank you
the
for
love.
being kind, man. Yeah, that's great.
Let's click that nerd.
Every single time.
Click that nerd.
Click it, baby. Peace.